always a fascination from my side to Spanish music. And the way my skating at this time was, I liked the temperament of the Spanish music, and I liked it to have it as a program because it helped me to train throughout the year, because the music was just very temperament, had lots of temperament, so it was easier for me to train it. And Carmen sort of came to me, and somehow it fitted my personality, somehow it suited my personality. At this point I was very flirtatious in real life, you know, I like to flirt, and I like to be surrounded by a lot of people and just wanted a lot of attention. And with the kind of music and the story and the dancing, it just worked for me as a skater, for my career at this point, and I enjoyed it as a woman. As a woman, I enjoyed that piece of music and that story, except I didn't want to die at the end, but that's the story. It was so special to be able to do the movie Carmen on Ice, because I think until then never something like this was done before. Into the real location of Sevilla, where people just walked around who lived there and thinking, what are they doing? Are they totally crazy? We were putting ice into the streets or in front of the big bullfight arena, so it was completely crazy, but in some ways I thought it was brilliant. It was just a really neat idea to do that, and for me it was so special because it was my movie, it was my project, it was my movie, and it was my Carmen. I had two very, very good partners in it, and two of the guest stars were Brian Boitano, who is the Olympic champion in '88 in Calgary, and Brian Orser, who was the silver medalist. And the nice thing was that they were competing against each other, and they were very competitive, but at the same time they were friends. And here we are, the cast of '88, the three of us being the star of the movie, so it was just great. And the both guys who have been rivals in the competition a year before, now were rivals in the movie. Brian Boitano was the stronger man, the Don Jose, who is madly in love with Carmen, and physically he was perfect for me because he's a strong man. And Brian Orser is a smaller man, but he was Escamillo, who was my flirt, you know, so I would flirt with him, and Don Jose would get upset at him and be very mad and sad. They were both very, very different, but both very brilliant. Brian Boitano as Don Jose was perfect because he was a good partner for me, because we're both single skaters, or the three of us are single skaters, and we did partner skating in it. So we did some kind of pair things where we had to do lifts, and it was difficult for him because he's a single skater. And we both had a different kind of magic on the ice. You know, we're almost the same height, so the choreographer, Sandra Bassett, she really had to come up with a different idea how to make that work, so that we are different. Both partners are different, and both pairs would be different. You know, like with Brian Boitano as Don Jose, there was much more pair skating and partner skating, where there's this one scene with Brian Orser, who played Escamillo, where we never touched. You know, it's sort of a mystery scene where we're both in white and there's a lot of fog around, and it's very magical in its own way.